From joints that specialize in scorching ramen to menus packed with reindeer sausage, these are the best man versus food restaurants in every state featured on the show. Adam Richman headed down to the state of Alabama to visit the original Oyster House in a 2011 episode of Man vs. Food, a place known for slinging some super fresh seafood caught from the Gulf of Mexico. It's no wonder the host took the trip here. The joint has a slew of accolades, including being named one of the best oyster bars in America by Travel and Leisure. The spot even featured a special seafood dish created by Richman to please fans of the show. You can't drive past a restaurant named Humpy's and not wonder what's happening inside. Well, that's why Adam Richman and his crew featured it on an episode of Man vs. Food. Richman tackled the Kodiak Arrest Challenge, which includes 4 pounds of Alaskan king crab, 7 crab nuggets, 14 inches of reindeer sausage, a few side dishes, and dessert. Those who complete the challenge get themselves a I Got Crabs at Humpy shirt. Totally worth it. If you're a big fan of Mexican cuisine, Arizona is the place for you. And the best place Man vs. Food went to is Los Reyes de la Torta.
I'm actually from Tucson, so we drove all the way from Tucson to come up here to eat these tortas.
Just for these tortas?
Just for these tortas.
The restaurant offers a huge variety of tortas, great tacos, a big breakfast menu, and a solid amount of vegetarian options as well. During Richman's visit, he took down the Torta del Rey, a behemoth torta stuffed with melted mozzarella cheese, ham, pork, sirloin, breaded beef, and a spicy sausage chorizo omelet, onions, chipotle sauce, and avocado on top to finish things off. Mean Pig BBQ in Little Rock, Arkansas is a nicer spot than it might sound. This restaurant is a mom-and-pop establishment that cooks about 2,000 pounds of meat every week and sends foods overseas to deployed service members. When Adam showed up to say hello, he took on the Shut Up Juice Challenge, which pit him against a monster pork sandwich smothered in very spicy Shut Up juice. When you're looking to dive into a bowl of delicious noodles and slurp your heart away, there's not much that beats ramen. When Adam and his crew visited Orochon Ramen, he took on a truly scorching ramen challenge. Even if you don't want to brave the heat, customer comments like one that read, "Amazing service, amazing food," should tell you this place is worth visiting. Tasting Table puts Buckhorn Exchange on its list of best steakhouses in every state, so you know it's well worth your time and money. This place is Denver's oldest restaurant, which made it a must-see for Adam and the crew. If you make the trip, you can enjoy prime-grade cuts of steak, buffalo, elk, lamb, and even rattlesnake and alligator tail. When you have a hankering for melted cheese, few meals hit the spot like grilled cheese. Not only is there that gooey, salty cheese between toasted pieces of bread, but you can add a bunch of other ingredients too. Well, in one Man vs. Food episode, Adam Richman took a trip to New Haven, Connecticut to check out a food truck called the Caseus, now known as the Crispy Melty. This joint sells gourmet grilled cheese options, like the Cubano with pulled pork, smoked ham, pickles, and mustard. Well, one Delaware beach spot that piqued the interest of Man vs. Food's second host, Casey Webb, was called Heidaway. And even though it isn't located off the beaten path, it's still worthy of one that does. Here, you can order up awesome dishes, like jerk chicken with red cabbage slaw, with juicy chunks of diced mango and papaya, and a savory bone-in short rib smothered in a rich demi-glace. You may not think of seafood when you think about Washington, D.C., but Horace and Dickies is serving up some great ocean grub that Adam just had to check out. You can order a fish dinner with whiting fillets, crab cakes, jumbo shrimp, or grilled salmon. Don't just visit Washington, D.C.'s iconic landmarks. Take a trip to Horace and Dickies to enjoy some great seafood too.
You know, ordinarily, I would jump back and kiss myself. I'm gonna jump back, I'm gonna kiss you.
Ow.
Oh.
If you find yourself in the Sunshine State with a large appetite, one place you can always check out is the Old Salty Dog. It has 3 locations, but it was the one in City Island that piqued Adam's interest. He made the journey there to enjoy the fully loaded Salty Dog, a deep-fried hot dog topped with sauerkraut, bacon, grilled onions, mushrooms, and 4 kinds of cheese. If you're looking for food so good you'll feel lost in a vortex, look no further than the Vortex. This vibrant bar and grill is for patrons 21 years and older, and the website boldly states the food is, quote, like an orgy for your taste buds. That should tell you everything you need to know about the vibe at this eccentric spot. When Richmond visited, he bravely took on the double coronary bypass burger, and if you visit, you can too. Any restaurant that receives a James Beard Award is worth visiting, which is what made Helena's Hawaiian food a must-see for Adam. This simple but delicious spot serves up authentic Hawaiian cuisine, like kalua pig, laulau, tripe stew, and more. It's true that Hawaii may not be the easiest state to travel to, but if you do find yourself wandering around the Aloha State, find your way to Helena's. When your appetite for pizza soars, few spots stick the landing like Flying Pie, a popular pizzeria with several locations in Idaho. If you're in the area and looking to try some really unique pizza, this place has you covered with options like the mesquite chicken pie with green onions and barbecue sauce. If you're the kind of person who considers themselves a sandwich specialist, then you'd be a fool not to visit Lucky's Sandwich Company next time you're in Illinois. And if you want to put your love of sandwiches to the test, you can always try the Lucky's Sandwich Challenge, which was featured on Man vs. Food. Contestants have to choose 3 sandwiches and finish them all within 1 hour to get their photo on the Wall of Fame. You just can't beat a great cafeteria. It's a place that offers relaxing vibes to patrons and serves up great food at affordable prices. A veteran eater like Adam has surely visited tons of such places in his time, and one of them was the Gray Brothers Cafeteria when he was in Indiana. Every day of the week has a slightly different menu, offering up items like fried chicken livers, cubed steak, prime rib, and grilled salmon.
Nice. Can I come over?
Sure.
Sweet.
Everyone wants to live the high life, so why not embrace it and head to the High Life Lounge in Iowa? Now, you might read the word lounge and assume this spot doesn't really match up in terms of the food, but you'd be wrong. This place has a pretty stellar menu with options like flavored wings, fish tacos, plenty of sandwiches, and some very unique burgers. No matter what your heart demands, Tom and Chee has you covered with its awesome selection of delicious melted sandwiches. This place really knows how to put together unique flavor combinations, like the West of Philly melt with mozzarella, pot roast, sautéed mushrooms, and garlic aioli. Louisiana and seafood go hand in hand, plain and simple. There are so many wonderful seafood spots throughout the state, but when the Man vs. Food crew came to town, they took a trip to Deanie's Seafood. Richmond enjoyed the barbecue shrimp in the episode, but the restaurant serves a plethora of amazing food like crab meat au gratin, stuffed flounder, blackened redfish, and barbecued oysters. It would be a darn shame to travel to the state of Maine and leave without enjoying some kind of lobster dish. So Adam Richmond naturally had to visit a spot called the Lobster Shack at Two Lights. It offers dinner plates with items like clams, scallops, shrimp, and haddock, as well as a variety of sandwiches like lobster and crab rolls. The restaurant also offers clam and fish burgers. You can't mention Maryland without talking about crabs. On one episode of Man vs. Food, Adam wanted to get his crab on, so he hit up a place called Obrycki's to do so. Obrycki serves up an awesome selection of food, and it obviously has some great crab dishes, like Maryland crab soup, deviled crab balls, crab melts, and crab cake Benedict for breakfast. When that urge for surf and turf kicks in, a spot like the Barking Crab is the perfect place to visit. Featured on an episode of Man vs. Food, this place is serious about seafood. It has a raw bar with a huge shellfish tower, appetizers like ahi tuna tacos, and Peruvian ceviche, and a boatload of lobster and crab platters. If you're looking to tackle a burger that would put an end to all other burgers, then you have to visit somewhere wild. That's what makes Crazy Jim's Blimpy Burger such a great spot for some handheld madness. Take the pepper steak bullet burger, for example. You get 3 beef patties on an onion roll, topped with grilled peppers, onions, provolone cheese, bacon, scallions, and ranch dressing. You can even up the burger count to 5 patties if you dare.
All right, well, since I'm here, can we make a quint?
We can make a quint.
When you want juicy rotisserie meat, you don't want anything less than the best. And that's exactly what Brasa boasts. The menu consists of a slew of great rotisserie meats, including chicken you can get a la carte, on a sandwich, or in a bowl with yellow rice and andouille gravy. You can even visit with a group and order the family feast that feeds 3 to 4 people. If you're the kind of person who loves to listen to some live tunes while enjoying a great meal, then you should absolutely hit up the Shed BBQ, a spot that Adam Richmond traveled to while in Mississippi. But as good as the live music is, it doesn't compare to the amazing food served there. Customers here are known as shed heads, and they visit in droves to enjoy food like baby back ribs, pulled pork, 16-hour brisket, and smoked turkey breast. Stroud's is the first American restaurant to take the James Beard Award for excellence in the home-style category. Adam Richman and the crew visited the establishment to feast their eyes on its amazing menu. They've got fried chicken with gravy, pan-fried catfish, pork chops, and bacon-wrapped filet mignon, with sautéed mushrooms, just to name a few. Plus, patrons can add the kick of a condiment called Mike's Spicy Sauce to any dish. Sometimes the best spots to eat are total dives, but that doesn't mean they don't serve fantastic food, as host Casey Webb discovered when he visited the Burger Dive. In fact, the place is so delicious that several of its burgers have won some pretty prestigious awards, like the I'm Your Huckleberry Burger, which is the one Webb tried during his visit. This thing packs a seriously unique punch. It's an Angus burger covered in the chef's specially crafted huckleberry hatch chili barbecue sauce, goat cheese, bacon, roasted red pepper mayo, and arugula, all nestled between a grains of Montana bun. Are you up to take on the legendary Pig Wing Challenge at Starsky's Bar and Grill? When Adam visited the bar, he helped cheer on a competitor, and it was quite the showdown. But this place serves more than just pig wings. The restaurant has a bunch of cheesesteaks, burgers, and sandwiches ready and waiting for you and your appetite to arrive. One of the best things about crawfish is that you can eat a whole bunch of them in one sitting. At Hot and Juicy Crawfish in Nevada, you can do exactly that. Join Adam in the ranks of those who have visited and enjoyed dishes like soft-shelled crab po' boy, fried catfish, and, of course, hot and spicy crawfish by the pound. If you're looking for a spot that doesn't have a super intricate menu, but still manages to sling awesome food, JP's Grill is the spot for you. It serves a solid selection of salads so you can get your greens in before tackling their variety of steak subs, cold subs, baskets of wings, and wraps. Plus, you can take on the Slapshot Challenge if you dare. Devour 15 sliders, a large order of fries, and a milkshake in 30 minutes or less. There are unhealthy restaurants, and then there are places that seem like they're trying to give you a heart attack. Are You Hungry is the latter, and its menu more than proves it. Take the Fat Blunt Sandwich. It's a cheesesteak topped with salami, egg, mozzarella sticks, french fries, mayo, and ketchup. There's a slew of sandwiches as wild as that one, including the Fat Russian, which contains a cheesesteak, a cheeseburger, french fries, and more. If you love great food with great art, Frontier Restaurant has you covered on both fronts. The walls of the restaurant are covered with artwork from all over the country, and you can admire their beauty while enjoying a variety of enchiladas, burritos, sandwiches, and fried chicken strips. Adam visited the restaurant to highlight the green chili cheeseburgers, but this spot has also received praise from USA Today Travel and the New York Times. Mention Kat's Delicatessen to any native New Yorker, and they'll know exactly what you're talking about and how to get there. This deli has been a Big Apple staple since 1888. The employees at Kat's know how to pile sandwiches high with the most savory pastrami and corned beef you'll ever eat. But it also serves a variety of other fresh and delicious foods like sausages, breads, and desserts.
That is some sandwich.
Mom, it's my job. I kind of have to.
If you're in the market for a menu with an eclectic selection, look no further than Nosh. Right below the name, it literally says Eclectic Foodstuffs. The menu has a bunch of great options for any time of the day, like a breakfast option called Chauffe's Toast, which is peanut butter stuffed French toast with bananas and honey. When you think of Fargo, North Dakota, the famous Oscar-winning Coen Brothers movie might immediately come to mind.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
But the city is also known for some great spots to eat, with the Boiler Room being one of them. Webb tackled a 3-pound casserole, but you may want to grab yourself some lighter fare, like Gouda mac and cheese topped with juicy chunks of short rib, or their house-made meatloaf smothered in gravy with a side of sour cream and chive mashed potatoes. Chili heads in Ohio can rejoice at the fact there's a restaurant made just for them. Camp Washington Chili has been selling tons of chili dishes since 1940, and this spot's been featured in Travel and Leisure and Smithsonian Magazine. But the menu has plenty more good stuff other than chili, like burgers, melts, hot dogs, and a whole bunch of breakfast options to boot. Where can you go to eat delicious Mexican cuisine and watch some exciting luchador wrestling? Elote, of course. Watch your favorite luchadors go toe-to-toe in the ring while enjoying menu items like puffy tacos full of beef, chicken, or pork, a variety of burritos, fried avocados, and quesadillas. A place with a name as eerie as Voodoo Donut begs you to come in and check out what's going on inside. Obviously, it sells donuts, but these aren't your typical donuts. One option is called the Caramel Macchiato. which is a Bavarian cream-filled donut dipped in espresso vanilla frosting and drizzled with caramel. Or try the Voodoo Bubble, a vanilla-frosted donut with bubblegum dust and a piece of double bubble gum in the middle. This place serves donuts on steroids. What started as a small sandwich cart in 1933 quickly grew into a storefront when truck drivers and shift workers started flocking. But it was the addition of French fries on sandwiches that really put Primanti's brothers on the culinary map. The menu has a bunch of fresh sandwiches that all come with a signature pile of crispy fries, as well as melted provolone, tomatoes, and slaw. Those who seek out the best hot wieners in Rhode Island need to look no further than Olneyville, New York system. The menu has more than just wieners, but that's not why you went there. According to the website, a pro tip for ordering is to ask for 3 all the way with coffee milk and a large fry, which gets you 3 wieners and a beverage to wash it down. Plus, this place actually sells its spice mixture, so you can make the famous sauce at home. You might not think sushi when you hear South Carolina, but Bushido Japanese Restaurant is a spot that should certainly fall on your radar. It serves a great selection of appetizers, rolls, and hibachi entrees. But you can also tackle the Spicy Tuna Roll Challenge like Adam did. You get 10 spicy tuna hand rolls that build in heat as you reach the next one. Simply finish all 10 to win the challenge. If you ever want a taste of the Old West, you can follow in Casey Webb's footsteps and head to Deadwood Social Club, located in Saloon Number 10 in Deadwood, South Dakota. The rambunctious personalities likely won't be there, thankfully, but you can enjoy a range of mouth-watering and unique dishes, like their smoked pheasant pasta in a mushroom cream sauce. Hot chicken has definitely gained in popularity in recent years, but if you want to keep it original, this is the place to visit. You know Prince's takes hot chicken seriously when, other than side dishes and a few desserts, the spot mostly serves varying levels of spicy chicken. There's no shortage of hot chicken in Tennessee, but for some of the best, stop at Prince's. To sausage or not to sausage, that's the question, and Kubi's has the answer. Yes, this sausage house has won a ton of awards over the years, which makes it a must-stop spot for people traveling in Texas. Kubi's has a market where you can purchase meat by the pound, and it has a restaurant so you can dine in as well. Eat like Adam ate when he visited and enjoy the worst Teller sausage plate. The Bruges Belgian Bistro serves up a variety of incredible waffle offerings, but it's actually better known for its French fries. This place has decadent menu options, like the Torpedo Waffle with Belgian chocolate and creme fraiche, and the Merguez and Egg, a warm waffle topped with 2 spicy beef sausages, egg, and both Jack and cheddar cheese. There's a ton of both sweet and savory options here, but just don't forget to order some fries.
You fried the sausage with the fries?
The whole thing. The whole thing. Yes.
I love it.
Would you pay just under $18 to come face-to-face with Chuck Norris? No, we're not talking about the martial artist and actor. We mean the Chuck Norris breakfast sandwich at Handy's Lunch in Burlington, Vermont. Man vs. Food host Casey Webb took on the Chuck Norris Challenge in one episode, and so can you if you're brave enough. But if your appetite isn't feeling too daring, you can always kick back with other simple but delicious dishes, like a bacon double cheeseburger, grilled cheese, or a submarine sandwich with a variety of delicious fixings. No one wants to be the black sheep, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't eat like one. The Black Sheep has some pretty awesome stuff that you don't want to miss. Snag the bacon tower to start the meal, and watch candied bacon get torched tableside. Move on to entrees like the bone-in prime-cut pork chop with a cranberry demi-glace. There's times when a high level of decorum is required to go out to eat, and there are other times when it's perfectly appropriate to get messy. At the Crab Pot, ordering up one of the 5 sea feasts means you and your group are about to get a little messy. You get a bucket of seafood spilled onto your table along with bibs and mallets, and you go to town on it all. When you're craving a hot dog, why settle for something that isn't the absolute best dog you can find? That's the question that Martino's asks hot dog lovers everywhere. In 2013, 2014, and 2016, Martino's landed on the Milwaukee A-list for Best Hot Dog winner, so you know this place doesn't mess around. When Adam visited, he sampled the Italian combo and an Italian sausage sandwich topped with Italian beef and red sauce.